Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're up at Beaver Creek Live throughout the whole show to celebrate the Winter Culinary Weekend up here. And joining us now, we have Michael Ditch, and he's going to let us know about Robert Mondavi Winery celebrating 50 years.
Yeah. It was founded in 1966. And Bob Mondavi, known as Bob, he was actually 53 when he started that winery.
Wow.
So those of us that start thinking of retirement, going into our mid-50s, he just created one of the greatest wineries in the world. He passed away in 2008, just a month short of his 96th birthday.
Oh, wow. Well, we've got, you have a nice picture of him here. Tell us about what kind of man he was.
He was... I think he was one of the great innovators of the modern winemaking era. He brought a lot to our industry, and just a great ambassador for the United States, and one of the key individuals that put the Napa Valley, California wines in the world spectrum of winemaking.
Well, yeah, when you think about France, of course, and Germany and some of these other places that have been producing for hundreds of years.
Thousands of years.
Thousands.
Yeah, thousands of years, and we're such an infant in the winemaking industry, in the winemaking business, particularly, when we had to go through Prohibition in the early 1900s. And so post-Prohibition, Bob Mondavi's influence really, kind of set the standard for winemaking in the U.S. and particularly out of Napa. When he founded the winery, he purchased a vineyard and built a winery right next to it called Tokelon. And it's 400 acres, and Mondavi owns about 90% of that. And Tokelon is considered one of the greatest, if not greatest, vineyards in Napa Valley, of what they produce in Cabernet and Sauvignon Blanc and other varieties. And in fact, in 1967, he released his first wine, which is this one right here, and it's the Fumé Blanc. And the Fumé Blanc is a Sauvignon Blanc, and he actually coined the word Fumé Blanc. It was one of his regrets that he never trademarked it. So you see it on a lot of other wines that are made in Sauvignon Blanc. And he was inspired by Pouilly Fumé in the Loire, France, that they make Sauvignon Blancs there. And so beautiful wine. It's his landmark wine, along with all the other wines that he makes. And it's been just an absolute pleasure representing the Mondavi wines for almost 17 years now, that the company I work for that represents the winery and distributes.
Well, let's talk about your involvement with the Beaver Creek Winter Culinary Weekend. What will you be pouring, and where can we find you?
Okay, so today I'm doing the lunch at Grouse Mountain, and it's a 4-course lunch, and I paired 4 different wines for each different course. And then tomorrow there's a cooking demonstration at Splendido's, so paired the wines for that. And then Saturday is the grand tasting tomorrow, and I'm pouring about 16 different wines, quite a few from Mondavi, but the company I represent, called Constellation Brands, they're the largest wine producers in the world, and they also own Simi Winery, Franciscan, Mountain Beater, Wild Horse, Ravenswood, Kim Crawford, Ruffino. I mean, I just can go down the list of all the wineries that they own. So it's a great company to represent, great wines, and looking forward to all the different events.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing the Mondavi story, celebrating 50 years. Visit with them, and you can find out more about this great winery and check in with Michael and find out more about what he's celebrating and what he's showing us this weekend. Hey, Mark Sassy has a watch and win for us right now. Stay tuned.